Okay. I'm kind of salty. The game just crashed. I hate when that fucking happens. Especially because I don't know what all progress I just lost. It's so annoying sometimes, man. Like, ah. And then now I gotta sit through the load screen and just like do the load of shame. Come on, bro. Fucking load. Come on, bro. You can do it. Load the game. I'm trying to get back and earn all the progress back that I just fucking lost because the game crashed. It's so sad. Like, I'm actually kind of scared to load my thing. So 2110. Okay, let's see. Dude, that's 30 minutes of progress. Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? Ah! I honestly don't even think that I... Dude, this is before I even started playing. This is before I even started streaming. Fuck, dude. Like... So, like, I just lost all of my fucking... All my shit that I just got. Everything. Goodbye. Like, what the fuck? You know what? I'm speedrunning through this shit. I don't care anymore. I'm mad. I'm a mad cop.
Good.
I'm an angry
What
cop.
can I help you with?
You know what? Tell me about the strike.
Everything.
I don't care.
Right up to, but not including, trade
Bitch,
secrets.
tell me about the strike. Ugh.
I believe...
And how are...
They're not.
Wait.
Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter 20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
You know what? Oh, hey, what's up, Tony Chopper? What's up, dude? What's up, dude? Sorry, the game crashed. The game crashed after I just spent 30 minutes playing and didn't save, and I'm salted like a pecan. Why let me in the harbor? Alright, well, I guess I'll play again.
The Union employs a giant covered in tattoos.
LOL.
A racist giant. I guess that's part of their
Yeah, it was a
big
mess.
tent organization now. Yes, I believe there is a connection. But that's a subject for later. Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you...
I'm gonna skip through the text to get back those 30 minutes of my life.
Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially
Alright,
frozen.
cool. Bay was frozen in February. Strike
I
began in
wasn't the original
December.
negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike.
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive. Mr. Clare told him to... How did he put it? Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see. Yes. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before. And who was more than fair with him, and there are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes. Every worker, a member of the board. In its defense, another said, demand democracy. Pretty tame stuff compared to every worker, a member of the board. Fortunately, they explained it. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about anything, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal. Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also...
Oh yes, this is an RPG called Disco Elysium, and you play the role of a detective who is trying to solve a murder. But so the cool thing is, right? So this is your character sheet, right? And so each of these are like different aspects of your person, basically, right? So like how logical you are, how much like random stuff you know, how good you are at like talking to people in a logical way, how good you are at lying, you know, stuff like that. And as you're conversing, like, let's see, you're talking about the stuff. ask what she's
I'm
gonna
not
do.
sure.
You'll
Naturally,
see,
I
like, as
assume
it's
that was
talking,
just
right?
their
Like, we're
opening
talking to this
position.
Joyce lady right
A
now, but
hard-nosed
you'll actually
tactic
start
with a
talking
side of
to your, like,
mockery.
self in
But there's
certain
been
ways
no
with these
follow-up, just
different
the same
aspects of your
nonsensical
personality.
slogan repeated over and
It's
over
pretty
again.
wild.
And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the boyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
This checks out.
See, reaction speed. That is like one of my skills, right? Which I have a 5 in reaction speed. So he's like, oh yeah, this makes sense, yeah, because I'm thinking really quick.
The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock, come to plead for work where the Union refuses to?
Don't let her answer it herself.
If these strikebreakers were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you. Not yet, at least.
Oh. She got some company secrets.
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first. Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
If you were to prick it with something sharp, you could see it oozing out. A knife, maybe? No, a rapier.
He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
I didn't know Brad had a brother.
Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues. The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can organize labor at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
A mob. The Débardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, we are forced to cooperate with them.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother. And your opinion, detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Débardeurs Union is...
Man, I don't really like them because they were trying to get me to work for them before. So I'm gonna call them a mob.
Thank you for being candid. Sadly, Wild Pines have cooperated with what amounts to a crime syndicate for 2 decades. However much you feed the wolf always hungers. I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the Union. She disappeared.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day
Oh,
of
no.
the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore. Or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
This forewoman, her name?
Sadly, the company records do not even give a name. She's just forewoman in private correspondence, Holly. I don't even know if it's a sir or given name, and I don't have access to the Union's files. Downright haunting, if you ask me. The Wild Pines suspected foul play, but what could they do? It was a Union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
Of course. How else can I help?
Oh, okay, so wait a second. So the part in which... So wait a second. The part where the game crashed. Okay, so she did already tell me about the drug smuggling, and I did already, like... Okay. So... Yeah, let's talk about the drug
Until you come up with
trafficking.
something at that intersection, I'm afraid I have little else to tell you. But I'll try. How do you think they're financing this strike? There are thousands of unpaid dock workers going strong for the 4th month straight.
There was a shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike. Many were squeezed to bankruptcy to fund it.
With all due respect to these desert cacti, the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000
She wants
men.
us to
The
investigate
local
them for drugs.
businesses can scarcely provide for
I kind of
themselves.
just want to take the drugs.
Have a nice dream.
Thanks, bro. It's good seeing you. Hope the bed is decent.
Precisely. Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely, then loaded onto lorry to Jamrock. You simply need to find one driver who will open up to you.
So I actually just did this whole entire quest, right? Like, before. So let's see, let's just go ahead with all the
We
dialogue.
asked East Motor Track to raise the drawbridge.
So they asked him to raise the drawbridge because they like, you know, have some clout. It's not going to be long that they can do it for.
Thousands of liters of raw ingredients will pour onto the streets of Revachol.
They're like, oh man, if it opens, the drugs are going to get on the streets.
Cold breath rushes in from the bay, making its way down the alleyways.
I'm just imagining all the drugs.
A lot of it. It comes in from large Samaran factories in South Safre, Sigai, and Sinyal.
She's saying
The
so
literage
many
must
drugs
get
come
them.
through this terminal.
At least this solves one mystery.
What is that?
Why I had to call East Motor Track and beg them to open the drawbridge for me. I'd wonder.
I am sorry for the inconvenience, Lieutenant Kisaragi, but we need them
Okay,
trapped
so
here.
now we
did.
can skip through this.
On more than one occasion. Apparently, there's some sort of inter-precinct disagreement about whose jurisdiction this
shit.
area falls under.
We know the company has launched its own probe into the Union's alleged involvement. We also know it's come up empty. It's not just the RCM. No one's been able to find any hard evidence.
Well, here's your chance, officers. How do you think they're financed?
There was
Oh yeah,
a
we already asked this. Oops.
We did.
Oh man, I
Well,
just asked this too. Okay, cool. Let's just go.
She simply nods.
Okay, so we figured out where we live at. That's what this is. Very good job, very good job. If I remember, did I already spend the level up? Yeah, I did. Awesome, okay. So now,
You're back. Good.
did I tell her I
What
was
can I help
gonna
you
do
with?
it yet, or not? Tell me about the drug
Until you come up with
trafficking.
something-
She
Until you come up with
Fuck,
something
I
at
think
that...
I already told her I would do it
nods.
on this, at this point in the save. I don't really know. The jam mystery, right? Interrogate the drug. Okay, yeah, so I did already tell her I would do it. Very good. I feel like it's a great time to go ahead and quick save. Learning my lesson. Learning my lesson. Gonna have to quick save every now and again now. So that I don't... There's something here, I feel like. Oh yeah, magnesium. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna have to quick save every so often so that I don't just lose shit. Actually, can I change the settings for how often autosave is? Autosave? Question mark? Autosave adjustments? No? Okay, well. Why would you want to change how frequently the game autosaves? That'd be stupid. Terrible setting. Okay, so I'm trying to remember everything that I did. Dude, don't tell me... Dude, I did all the headlight shit. Like, I went through and I messed with the headlights, I think. It's gonna have forgotten that. Read the watermarks. Ah, fuck. Okay, I'm gonna skip through that text. So basically, for anyone that cares, the text that I'm gonna skip through at the car here in a second just says that I killed 3 people, I've worked on the force for 2 decades, and I'm a great cop who solved 200 cases. That's all that it is. That's all that it matters. I'm not sitting through 30 minutes of like, yeah, there's 3 perforations on the ledger.
Inside, you see a set of
Like, it's
steering
fucking
wheels, a
awesome.
radio
Appreciate
microphone.
this.
The
Let me just
dashboard,
turn the
luckily,
headlights on.
the lights.
Great, headlights are on. Didn't mean to call the
In
fucking
the cabin,
people.
you
Close the door. Sponsored by game crashing. Like, after 30 minutes of hard,
as
agonizing
you
work.
hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp.
There.
Yep, fucking
Around
with
the
the
board,
ledger. Look
the
at the
red-
street
the
grid.
red
Yep, we're in the city. Yep, we're in the
Ah,
city.
Right here.
Seems like a shithole.
The
Look
red-
at the
the red
thing.
in the-
Oops, didn't mean to do the same thing again.
Right here.
Seems like a
It has its
shithole.
problem.
Alright, look at the perforations. Tally up the rows. Not bad. Not bad. Whatever. Whatever.
That
Cool.
the rectangular
Fuck, did that
That's
again. Damn
right
it.
here.
Alright, yeah, seems like a
It has its
shithole.
problems.
Cool. Hey Kim, what do the
Those are-
holes mean? Alright,
Son,
cool. You killed
The
3
first row
people. You've
represents your
worked
years of
18
service.
years. Probably got drunk like a
Yes,
megastar.
isn't it?
Yep.
Oh, more than 200. It's call it what you... Right.
confirmed kills.
So I'm a
That
killer.
Or
Oh
not,
shit.
there are
Womp womp
certain
womp.
of- But it's...
he sincerely.
Have you ever killed anyone,
Yes.
Kim? How do you do with the strain?
Personally, I find it...
My
hardest
god. Ash
when
found a
you're
hobby.
gardening.
Alright, cool. Thank
You've already got the
you. Not pouring out one
The
for the pollen.
lieutenant nodded.
Alright, great.
Right.
That's that whole quest that I sat there and badgered around. And we're gonna quick save again because I do not want to have to deal with that shit again. Ha 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 ha. I'm a menace. Alright, and so the other things that I did is I went and talked to the racist guy. Why are you dressing my partner like that? Whole rant. Say nothing. Limbo, what's going on? Womp womp womp.
Silent. Your partner needs backup.
Just
Now,
gonna say some shit like that, like I did last time.
He smells of heavy motor oils, and his breath of high tar.
Drug? You know where that... They know they can't beat us in a fair fight. Not I...
So you're...
I don't know shit. What do you think?
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in it.
Yeah, right. Since you left, I haven't had any. It's a fucking travesty is what it is.
Alright, cool. So he just told me about who's running the drugs, basically. I guess I didn't have to talk to all of them. I could have just gone and did the one thing, but... You know, I spent my money, my hard-earned money on stuff. What is this? Plaster crap macaronis. Humanitarian aid. Alright, so I know about those gloves. I'm taking these gloves. I got these gloves before we last left off. And so, I know they're good. I know I want them. I also know of 2 other things that required checks that I may not be able to get because they required checks, and one of them was a really hard check. So I'm going to be saddened, disappointed, hurt even, if I can't get them this time. But anyway, so last time I know I talked to this guy.
You see the name
He's a shady shopkeep.
from out on the bay. You feel
I'm very
twitchy.
cool. Yeah, I'm whipping my finger guns out, shooting them out at him.
Don't shoot, officer.
Gonna tell him I'm arresting him just like I did last time. Now we got a thought.
But perhaps I could convince you to arrest some of my villains,
So we're gonna
officer.
equip the finger pistol thought again.
Maybe. You mean these delicious pre-packaged shelf-stable meal kits? Really easy to... No problem here, officer. I get all...
Wait. Humanex. Humanitarian aid.
Oh, we caught him for theft.
Look, officer. I'm just the
Just the
retailer.
retailer.
You'd have to talk to my supplier if you got questions about the supply chain. That's...
Interesting.
So I actually didn't get that last time. That's pretty cool.
Only the coolest goods in Revachol. I've got sneakers, speakers, extremely comfy pants too. Try them on right here. No
I actually
shame,
do
only
need some
freedom.
pants.
I'm an entrepreneur, officer. I've got sources, buyers, suppliers. Good joke, officer.
You glance around at the decrepit buildings.
Maybe
the
he's got a
miserable
point.
weather.
It's beautiful. Beautiful freedom.
It is, yes. Any...
That's right. No permits, no bureaucracy. That's why this city and its law hyper cool. No need for discounts at ceilings, officer. Everything's already on sale. Anything for you.
Is he selling comfy pants or no? I want the comfy pants.
Me? It's a boy. Very sharp, officer.
The apricot suzerainty.
No, apricots. Speak
Alright, we
now.
went through all this
Why
before.
not support an independent?
Fuck, dude, I have to go and specifically ask the lorry driver. I have to specifically say, who do you think is selling the drugs? And then he's got to say ceiling for me to go and get the dialogue option, it seems. What is this? What is this? I had a... Oh, there it is. Stop, smokes. Oh, smokes? Okay, smokes. Thank you, smokes. Nice, now I can smoke if I want to, which I may, but I will do so shortly. Because now I have to go and ask the fucking lorry driver. I have to say, sir, who do you think is pushing drugs?
Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealing. That beady-eyed South Samaran. That's the one. He's tribal. Is your man alright?
I wouldn't be so sure.
Guess so.
Alright, thanks. Now I can go get the dialogue with Sealing to, accuse him of selling drugs. And also purchase some of his fucking wares. Excuse me, sir, I'd like your drugs.
Everything's still cool here, officer. Drugs? Unless
And then last time I said I'm super into drugs.
Sir, it appears to be.
And I
That's
proceeded.
even cooler. Who
Yep.
said that?
So you're
And we just
No.
go through and press him and make him realize that he's a lorry driver.
Maybe I'm a lorry driver.
This is what I said next.
Exactly. It's
This is what I said next. This is what I said next.
And
crowd. You know, the drug crowd.
no use. He's not telling us. He's too afraid. We need to take him to my station and ask him there.
Okay, look. There's bad people. It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver.
Then I asked him this, and then he said that, and then I asked him this, and then he said that, and then I said this,
Alright.
and then I did that, and now we're gonna actually save the fucking game. This is a roundabout where it crashed. This is where I'm getting spooked. Okay, so we're not gonna let it crash. I can't afford the sneakers. They're 50 things.
You find your.
I'll browse this. That's great.
But also trendy.
Dress code, rummager. Alright, yes, sure.
Something.
Hell yeah, we got the shit. Boom, boom. Because I did buy the windbreaker. I do want to buy the windbreaker. That's the only thing in there. Very good. Thank you for your windbreaker. I can't afford the sneakers. I could afford the things I found here. If I can buy them again, I will. Oh, okay. There they are.
You like sunglasses, officer?
Try the shades on.
They're
Boom.
perfect. It's got.
No, you are definitely not buying those.
Are you sure? But
Buy 'em anyway.
Starter pair, officer.
From the box.
These are all first-rate
Try again.
sunglasses.
No.
Failed. Alright,
All you
great. So
find-
I'm not going to get the thing.
That
That's
Hey,
okay. I
At
blame
least you
the
might
crash.
actually offer some protection against the sun. Not like those cheap plastic shades.
Oh.
I
Okay.
hope not.
you don't like it? Sure, Square Joe.
Okay.
No problem.
Oh, dude,
Let's get you
okay.
some real shades.
So I can opt to get the sports. Well, I can't afford that, actually. That's fine, that's fine. But now, that's gonna help out. That's gonna help out. Okay, okay, okay. We got some style. We got some style. Drop a quick save. Okay. So now for the jam mystery. We just need to find out who this lady driver is. Oh, dude, I get like an officer profile. So I'm coming up on my superstar cop thing. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I have a lot of cases solved, it seems. Let's see real quick. Do I have a map? No. I have to get a copy of the city map to have a map. Okay. Mm-hmm.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown.
Oh well. So I know that I can talk to this child. And I can grill him on the shit he lied to me about.
Fuck, okay. Kuno's a giver like that, yes?
Kuno sent your fat ass running around like jello!
Look, pig, Kuno sent you to rough some people up. Kuno played you. That happened. Now you and Kuno should move on.
Good idea.
I will remember this, Kuno.
You got fucked. You got fucked, pig. Fucked bad. Of course you're gonna remember this. Now get the fuck out of here, griefing the Kuno. After this shit, you better have something real interesting to say if you want to stay in Kuno's face.
Yeah, real interesting.
Kuno doesn't...
Whatever, Kuno, you gave me 10 experience points and that's what matters here. Stupid bitch. You didn't get 10 experience points from that conversation. I did. I am the Sigma here. So I did this before it crashed, so I'm gonna skip on through.
Hey there, it's the jam.
The air.
It's the traffic. Meanwhile, we're all stuck. Yeah, feels like forever. Yeah, so tell me, what do you need?
Alright, I didn't get this
I don't want to talk about
conversation.
that. Man, I was hoping she'd catch a break. All I can say is, she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some mastermind evildoer. And I don't know where she is. Thank God I don't know. People here call her the Lady Driver. She kept her name a secret. From me too. Now I see why.
Again, not a lie as far as you can tell.
A friend? An acquaintance? I don't know. She was the only person in this damn jam I could talk to. She's someone I don't want to rat out to the law, okay? A youngish woman. Gruff, but in a cool way.
What color hair?
Blue and violet. Dyed. It was violet when she got here. Blue before she went. Damn, I don't want to... Please just let it go. Whatever she did, it can't be that bad. She's not a bad person, I know that much.
We can't just let it go. It's part of a police investigation.
Nah, just let it go, bro. It's cool.
That's how it always is with you, isn't it? All part of the investigation. The girl's troubled. If you hunt her down, she may not survive it. I can't have that on my conscience.
It won't come to that. We won't pursue her on this. This is information only.
I don't believe you. She's got the darkness in her.
Oh no.
That young person's darkness when you think it's all over.
She got
You're
the
looking for a way
darkness in
out.
her. It's like some Kingdom Hearts shit.
She shared this with you?
Yes. Which is why I don't want to snitch on her.
Come on, man. Life is just a joke. You know what?
I heard the rumors. I saw the other drivers looking at me strange when we talked. And she told me, too, that she's had a violent life. But I wasn't afraid of her. More like for her.
Did this violent life include drug trafficking?
Well, it looks like it did now. But we didn't talk about that. We talked about life, you know? She talked about her mind. The way it worked. The trouble it was giving her.
The pain it was causing her.
Fuck, man. Go grill someone else with these questions, okay? There are plenty of drivers here who couldn't stand her, or were afraid of her.
I asked the
They'd
right
be
guy,
more than
dude.
happy to rat
Damn.
her out.
I just figured I'd
He's
come up
right.
and talk to him.
There are other options. The raceman, for one.
The race man. Oh, the racial guy. The
Now
racist.
is not the time to focus on feelings. You need that info, son. It's right here. The answer is right here. You just need to ask him. Come on, do it.
Force Tommy. Dang, bro. I mean, you know what? I'm gonna have to force Tommy, bro. I'm gonna have to put that pressure on him.
I thought you were a different kind of cop.
Remember, you're doing it for the bigger investigation.
Man, I gotta stand on
This
business.
is important.
Gotta stand on
Relax.
business.
Ask.
Here.
The keys to a motor lorry.
Oh, shit,
Pretty
dude.
complex.
I'm gonna steal
Looks
her
like a
drugs,
chain.
too. We're not
The
even
road
gonna
is
arrest
still
her. I'm
here.
just taking her drugs.
Down past the Statue of Philippe. The cabin is green. You can get in there with these. That's all I know.
Down past the statue of Philippe. Okay, that's the king. Green cabin.
When
Okay.
did she leave?
Last Friday. she left them to me because she trusted me. So I can get it out of the way when the jam breaks loose. Otherwise,
the other drivers would have to tow it or break in to get the machines moving.
No, I don't know. I bet you are.
Thank you for your cooperation, sir. I know it was hard, but you did the right thing.
You don't really think so?
I really do. If I didn't, I wouldn't be in the RCM. Take care, sir.
Dang, bro, okay. Had to stand on business there, but it came out proper for us there. So that's that statue of Philippe, I believe. This must be the one. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby.
This screen, A to Z, Contemporain, is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days.
This is the one our man pointed to.
You push the key into the lock and turn. It makes a cracking sound. Then the door pops back a few centimeters. You can just... The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals. There's something odd about the passenger seat. The seating fabric has been pulled tight over the lower side of the seat where the toolbox should be. These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye, a centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat. There's definitely perfume in the air. It's spicy, with a hint of amberette, wafting through the bitter air of the cabin. The remnants of a sweet juniper-scented perfume, probably Grenade number 5. The actress is draped in a sheathed dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past
An autograph.
Wait, doesn't she resemble someone you know? But you can't put your finger on whom exactly.
What did I just do? I think I just studied the smell, right? Something like that.
The actress is draped in a sheathed dress, one of her shoulders bared.
Oh,
Wait,
no, we already did that. Okay,
she?
that's fine.
The actresses and the rear actor all smile you a warm good. Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work,
so we
but
need another
the key has been removed, likely by the missing lady driver.
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least.
Speed Freaks was the radio station saved in Kim's car.
No, that's on 78.9. What? I happen to have committed the frequency to memory. I have no problem admitting that.
Kim rolls with Diddy, bro. See, why would anyone need so many radio stations?
For contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. This is
the drug caravan, by the way.
Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation, with quite a range too.
A 20-kilometer radius at least.
Really trying to get some
perhaps
drugs.
Extended by an attachable antenna that's not here right now.
Doesn't look like it. It's completely inoperable without the dial key.
The ghostly actresses, and you wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver. But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle.
Sandpaper? A novel technique. Must be to offer some extra grip to the driver's foot.
Oh, you know what?
The movie stars are still smiling from the walls.
That makes some sense, but I don't know if I'm not going to say it yet.
The passenger seat. The radio transmitter sits on the center console, and the pull-out toolbox lies hidden under the driver. Voila! A stack of neatly folded papers has been stashed behind the seating fabric. You see 3 maps depicting a large metropolitan area. It's Revachol, some of its routes and highways.
Bonne prise.
This large map displays the elevated motorway called
Oh shit, this is all the
881.
drug routes.
The intake leading to Martinez is marked with a blue X. There's another X on the off-ramp at a place called the Old South. Toll booths at the intakes are marked with a circle. It looks like there are scant few ways of getting onto the elevated motorway that runs over Jamrock. And there, hundreds of thousands of undercarriages roar on the 881. To Kuro, through the middle-income neighborhoods there, by the river, and then to Stella Maris and La Delta for work. This municipal map from the 30s displays a complex system of storm sewers underneath. The final map displays a labyrinth of service tunnels left over from the construction. These service tunnels were probably used during the
It means that the smugglers are secretly
no.
using the motorway to transport their goods and materials. They've infiltrated East Motor Tract, most likely. The RCM patrols most of these auxiliary roads, though apparently not all of them. Hard to say. This distribution network looks certainly large, yet still vague enough. It doesn't reveal much about the Besmerti behind it. The Besmerti is a Revacholian crime syndicate. They see themselves as the inheritors of the 14 Revacholian Indo-tribes, but really they're just violent gangs vying for control on the west side of Revachol. With cool names like La Puta Madre and Aura Masta. It's a dark parody.
Besmerti. Shit's based, bro.
Definitely not the Union. They just do some logistics. This operation has spread everywhere on Jamrock. If it's that widespread, then Madre remains the most likely suspect. Here's bad news. There have been attempts at a serious investigation before, but they haven't ended well for those involved.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is a brave man for saying Madre's name without the winces and whispers that usually accompany it. Especially bad news for cops who may have something in their past they don't even know is there.
Best not to disturb the scene. I'll have forensics go over the lorry and pick these up later.
The stack of maps looks just like
Really want to
before.
find some drugs in
A
here, though.
metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except it's an issue of
Bro, no
Ferry
drugs.
from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages. It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the Ulan frequency system. These formulas look oddly painful. Maybe it's the hangover, but they give you a headache.
The Ulan frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but...
Pull out toolbox slice back into its neck. You close the rust.
Great. I think we got everything. Or what?
Alright, so we've learned how to use finger guns.
Pistol, 9mm. Snap, snap, baby. Turns out guns aren't that much for protecting as they are for attacking people. If you want to protect people, really work for them, you have to whip out your signature dual 9mm Villiers.
Okay, nice, nice. So now we get better reaction speed, we get a little bit more suggestion when we don't have anything in our hands. Okay. So like, let's see, reaction speed is like 6 right now. Okay, that's pretty good, that's pretty good. And then the suggestion, right? Where the fuck is that? Oh, over here I got a 3. Okay, that's pretty ballin', pretty ballin'. And I think I have some like alcohol and I got some like smokes. Can't drink that just yet. It's gonna make me smarter. I don't need to be smarter yet, but that's good to know. For when I do need to be smarter. Alright, so let's see. The task updated. Are we just gonna go and tell Joyce what we found? Is that all it is? Oh yeah, I can just report back to Joyce now. Alright, ballin'. My guy knows fashion. Oh, I can talk to Kim. That's right.
Alright, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep. Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation. I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net. I'm not sure what the Yulan frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks.
Listening in on your calls between you and your station. A worrying prospect.
Oh, and the maps we found. They reveal the geographical extent of the operation. Looks like they've used abandoned tunnels and access roads to stay hidden. This is useful info. As elegant as they are, I don't think they are relevant to the drug trade.
Don't be fooled. Desire always plays a role.
Yes, well... we didn't find anything conclusive linking them to the smuggling operation. But somehow, I doubt that Everard Clare would be oblivious to something like this happening right under his nose. My suggestion is, we use it against the Union in any way we can, to our own ends. It's a slippery hill, but we just might be able to pin them down, indirectly, down the road.
In short, this is a future angle. Possibly a good one.
We should return to the murder case. See what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we are done for the day, I call my station and suggest our narcotics department.
But then I can't get the drugs.
There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation. Sometime later, when we are done here. We do not want to get caught in that. The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madrid grouping is involved.
Maybe I can take this corruption down. I wonder.
All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either. Debrief over. After you.
Alright, time to go talk to the Wild Pines rep. Progress the story. Receive a compliment on my sick jacket. Wrong way. Wrong way. Oh wait, no. Right way. Man, I would suck as a fucking GPS. I'd be like, turn right. Psych, you were supposed to turn left. Alright, cool. Okay, it looked like there was an item there.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Yes, my eyes on the harbor have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered?
Nice.
It doesn't really matter. And I do apologize for the surveillance. Wild Pines can't afford to be blind at a time like this. In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation? I assume you discovered there is an operation.
If there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation, subject to confidentiality. I am sure you understand.
Of course, detectives. In any case, you've held up your end.
Hell yeah, no badge needed.
I trust you with the rest. Now it's my turn. I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
The words bloodbath sound cold in her mouth. They taste of iron and strawberries.
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Rivershoal West.
Since you are sharing, man, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be. I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail. They were dispatched after I relayed the Union's initial offer.
Every worker...
A member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric, or a joke. They did not appreciate the humor. Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenell, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating. They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the Colonel,
Oh
I don't
no.
know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night. Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbor. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenell contractors carry out their orders, for now. It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
That's fucked.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
Damn, bro.
It'll be all of them. The decision is already made.
This is not disco. Man, what the best thing to say here is? You know what, I'm just gonna say, boy, oh boy, it's not good.
No. My only hope is that you provide a single concrete suspect before the mercenaries indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put, if you don't pin this on someone good and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
The debardeurs have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a Hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty. These men work in tandem using semi and fully automatic firearms. Their
I haven't
armor
even
is
found my
virtually
fucking gun yet, bro, and it's a
impenetrable to
pistol.
muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all.
The muzzle loaders need to be reloaded after every 1 or 2 shots. The automatics every 1 or 2 minutes.
Damn.
As I said, a bloodbath. It doesn't have to be like this.
I'm gonna be depressed cop.
Nameless, badgeless officer of the citizens' militia. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
Okay, we just need a single suspect. Okay, okay.
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot test the remaining contractors. Their tribunal. It's what they believe. That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman.
Alright, cool, yeah.
Lieutenant
We were
consults
told
his
this
note.
before.
His eyebrows
Give us more
knitted in
information.
concentration.
Odd. We haven't heard any reports about an assault in connection with the lynching. Where did it take place? And when?
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the Colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him. That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor about a rumor. In any case, it's what the Colonel's remaining colleagues believe. They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth. They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting. You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
Alright, so we have a chance here, right? I believe I can smoke a cigarette. Okay, now I have to exit conversation to smoke the cigarette. Damn. I could level up though. I have 0 logic. Wow, that's It's not very good, bro. But yeah, I don't really feel like wasting the skill point on that. We'll just, okay, yeah, that's fine
wise.
for right now.
Our goal is to avert catastrophe. Besides, you're likely to encounter not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell. They boast a long list of clients: Saint-Baptiste, Welschmann-Lorenz, Eintracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries.
There are fourth world countries? That's a thing?
Escort missions and such.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors, Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands, countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil. Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources. If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, ma'am?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I'd be dealing with a group like Crenel. I have. And they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us. If you mean did I see him alive? Yes. But I did not know him. Lely, his service name, a nom de guerre most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one. He was 40. Or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age, or gauge his facial expressions.
What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent. Oranese. Or Messinian, maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it. Through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once. Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob, and their impatience.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative. It's a matter of days, not weeks.
Oh no.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask. Of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
For about half a minute, in silence.
It was taken with a Trigat not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface.
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars. I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent. Close. Port cities. This is an Oranese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. Over 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels. The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it. Quite a few. Vredefort, the Oranese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Pretto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first the Seminese Islands, Then this. Revachol. Those are the two constants. Redefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Inter-Easlary Age.
You said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning. His platoon members? The other contractors. Though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade. Is there anything else I can help you with?
You seem rich. Can I have some money? No, I'm just kidding. Alright, well we've gotten some good progress so far. Ask more people about the tattoos. We could go and do more things, I guess. Are there more things that we know about doing? Suppose we can just go and look in here. We haven't been here yet.
Metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked. The door rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response. The door rattles again, but this time you hear an elderly woman's voice calling out from inside.
Stop banging on the door! I'm not letting any more strangers inside.
Any more?
Doesn't matter who I am. Now go on, get out of here.
From within comes the faint sound of a broom sweeping across the concrete floor.
Ha! The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here. No, I already told you. I won't be responsible for any more strangers getting into the
Something
building.
seems to have happened.
Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
Backyard door? There must be another entrance to the east.
Madame, I assure you, we are real police officers.
There is no reply. Just...
Oh well. That's fine. I don't need her. I don't need her door. I think I already tried this. Yeah, I already tried that check and failed it because my logic skills are rather low this playthrough.
There must be another way into the building.
That happened yesterday too. It's magnified stereo. I know y'all heard it too. I'm not crazy. I already tried breaking that last night. Couldn't do it. I know there's another thing I could do. There's definitely something that we've ignored. It's obviously not the Lonely Cormorant. Maybe it's something in the Whirling in Rags. You know, it's about 6 o'clock. It's a pretty decent time for people to be in the Whirling in Rags, whirling in their rags. It's over here. Right, there's no one new inside of the Whirling in Rags. You know, I have a really good electrochemistry. I could... You know what? Let's do this. Let's do this. Because I won't be able to get in my room tonight if I don't have 100 real, which I'm not gonna have. We will not have a room tonight. But I could go and mess with that expression real quick.
Kim also tries not to look at the pile of take viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner. The man is finding it hard not to trip on the tape, and not to send any of the bottles rolling across the floor, where unidentifiable sludge makes it hard for him to breathe. Smells of vomit in here.
And by that you mean crimes against humanity? I have no idea what that means.
Oh, what's this?
The bed is cold and not
Oh, it's the
particularly
bed.
inviting.
I'm really just here trying to stop the expression.
On the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned.
Oh, I have to put, you know what, I have an idea. Alright. Because we'll take some time to go and put a point into electrochemistry while we're at it. And then we'll go and we'll equip the chain cutters. So that way I can
hangs on the bathroom wall.
Do this and possibly fail. Interfacing check. Okay, it's an interfacing check. Alright, let's do this. Let's go ahead. Let's do the...
hangs on the bathroom wall.
Oh, dude, no way. Maybe.
The door still
Fuck. Okay. Well, I'm not going to fail 2 checks in a row. So we're going to prepare. We're going to get our interfacing stuff on. It's interfacing time. So this is good for interfacing. That's the only thing I have that's good for interfacing. That's fine. That's fine.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall.
Fuck, I took the tool out of my hand. Alright, we're going to put the tool in our hands. Or in our gloves. The chain cutters.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall.
50. Okay, I like my odds.
The chain cutters slip out of your hands as you attempt to twist the faucet into place. Well.
Alright, well. Sometimes you gotta lose to win. Gonna put my electrochemistry gloves back on. Pow. Well, okay, so no luck there. That's okay. We don't need luck. We have electrochemistry. What? Oh, money. Is this a door? No? Okay. I don't know if I was supposed to be able to get that money. Oh, door's open 1600. Man, maybe we missed out. Theoretically, it should be opened.
Hello again, sweetie.
Okay. No options relating to what we're looking at. Or it's like a door or something. Maybe I can break it open.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
Man, there's a lot of options. Empty card.
This button looks new, but someone...
This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
Looks
that
like
one's burned off.
Has melted half the plastic off.
No, it doesn't work. Alright, well these are quick. We'll just...
key melody starts playing after you ring the doorbell. Then a woman picks up the receiver.
Kudos! Please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games. Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I thought you were... But the doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even be on
Oh, it's a bookstore.
So I can't help you. Please don't call here again. Thanks.
A single beep indicates that the line has gone dead. You ring the door. Just seeing the words Andro Orlando gets your hackles up. Its very existence is a threat to your... All you hear is static. You ring the doorbell. You wait for a minute or two.
We already tried for Braun.
You hear static. You can almost hear them breathe.
Oh. Someone's in Slipstream.
Yes, hello. This is Tracy Peniel Electric. Have you come to place an order?
Wait, but what happened to Slipstream SCA? There's no Tricentennial Electrics on the list.
My God.
The lieutenant exchanges a look with you.
It's you.
Oh no.
God, I didn't think I would hear your voice.
It's a woman, and she knows you. Your heart beats faster. She must be mistaking you for someone else.
Michelle.
Michelle?
Please. Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care. Ever since since I came to work here, everything's different. As if my mind's been wiped clean.
A spot of static overrides her words. When she speaks again, it sounds like she's submerged.
It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to find
This is like a recording or something.
She sounds like she's about to cry. She doesn't answer. Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay. Another seagull passes by. It's getting cold standing here, staring at the silent call box.
I don't know what happened either. We should probably stop playing with this thing.
You press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call. 12 name cards on the call box read.
No.
Damn.
Hold on. The last thing you need in your life is more hysteric emotions. Forget it.
Silence. No one's home at Fortress Accident. Silence. No one answers the door. Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. They don't want to talk to you. Silence. No one answers your call.
Wait a second. Main hall. Main hall. This was the library. Does that mean that the library is connected to the thing? Or the bookstore?
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open. Are you interested in a new and exciting book? Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
What do you know about the dead guy behind the inn?
My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock. Feel free to step in and browse our wares. I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance and biographies of famous people. Oh no, sir. I'm happy to help Mum by luring in customers.
That's great, Annette. I appreciate your time. I'm just trying to go and find interesting things. Trying to find leads. And this store obviously knows about crimes.
Welcome to Crime, Romance and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance. Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
Her face looks powdery and painted from all the makeup.
I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture. Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl? Wonderful! Did you talk to her? Great! On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
Man, I get surveys at work like this and I fucking hate them. I do great on them, but I fucking hate them. So I'm gonna say that.
It's not personal. It's about proper sales practices and market research.
Alright, give her
My
a 10.
precious. Her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette. Mind your own business, sir. In our society, people don't get to tell each other how to raise their children.
Yeah, fuck the free market.
There's nothing like that happening.
Wait a second. If we dismantle the free market, does that make it the child labor market because they're not free?
What does a young child
That's
do with money anyway?
antithetical.
No, I save it for her as a fund. She's securing her financial future out there. Indeed. Are we done with the jokes now?
Yes, we've had quite enough fun here. Right.
The woman before you scans the store, her shoulders rigid and tense. You see a set of tattered curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
A cage-like trinket.
You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you. A Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time.
She's not going to tell us the truth, bro. Let's just pull them open.
Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers. Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide
Parapsychologically speaking, the fuck?
Responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
I sense the place calling for me.
You do? My God, even more reasons not to mess with the curtains. Just step away, dear sir.
No.
No! Please just talk to me, officer. Come here and let's talk this through before you decide to do anything extreme.
Lies. Rip them open, we say. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before...
Rip them.
You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little cage-like trinkets, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
I warned you, you're unleashing forces beyond your understanding.
That's just what we do. Not understand shit.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked. What if you just break it down?
Okay, I like my odds.
That's right. Take in your surroundings. You need to have a solid ground and a proper posture if you want to succeed. Steady breathing, solid core. You've got this. With one shoulder forward, you're ready to smash into the door like a battering ram. The room is dimly lit and littered with old barbershop rubbish, but the path to the door is clear. It's made of a solid block of wood, but it has stood there for ages. The hinges are old and coated with a carmine layer of rust. It should be doable. Only an echo. No one is there. A hollowed-out, dark echo.
Alright, this is the best it's gonna get. 3, 2, 1, bah. Fuck. This is not good. My spleen! Well.
Ah, shoot. Whose moronic idea was it to just run through the door? Don't you know that things like that hurt?
Are you alright? This looked pretty intense and painful, I must admit.
What is going on there? Are you really trying to break down the back door?
Yes.
I warn you, don't tempt the spirits, officer. Don't tempt the spirits, or you'll damage the holy wards on the door.
It barely looks like you've done any damage to the door, however. It's still locked and closed, covered in dozens of little charms and trinkets.
Okay, it seems the trinkets have protected the door from me. Not from the spirits, but from me. I'm not trying to buy no books, lady. I got better things to do than buy books, like solve a murder and break into your back office. Well, y'all, probably gonna take a small break from this and then do some shadow generations, because some shadows need to be generated, and then I might come back to this later on tonight. But yeah, I'll see y'all soon. Thanks.